Hi everyone, thanks for joining. It's Patty from pspapercrafts, and we are in the last Friday of December. Can you believe it? So my calendar, I've got to get a new one out for next week, January 1st. I'll have it out by then. So we're making a card using the twisted ribbon technique. And last week we did the Bargello technique with strips, and this week we're doing strips again. It's different, but it's really pretty. So this is the card. Isn't that pretty? It looks like it's just a ribbon going back and forth. So for this card, I used the Regal Winter Designer Series paper. And make sure I have that right. Yep, Regal Winter. This is beautiful. It is on our last chance. So we're getting ready for a new catalog, the new spring catalog and celebration. So that'll be out. These will be out January 7th. Celebration is where you can, if you purchase $60 worth of product, you can pick from this catalog, or $120 worth of product. You can pick from this catalog a free item. So these are both out January 7th, and we also have new online exclusives coming out January 7th. So January 7th is a big day for us. But anyway, to clear out our, winter catalog, they have last chance, and they have a lot of products discounted. So if you go to my online store, you can look for last chance products, and you'll find some. So I use this paper, and then I use the Hooray for Surprises, stamp for the Hope Your Birthday is Wonderful and You Are Simply Amazing. I got that from here. And then I use the Nested Essential Dies to cut this out. These are really good. They're kind of messed up in here, but I love nested dies. So you've got this kind of banner. You've got, they're really a mess. These, which is what I used, that are nested. And then we've got these. I haven't put my dies on my, I usually put them on magnets, but I feel like we're getting new products all the time. I'll be putting them on and taking them off. So these are the nested essential dies, and they're just good for anything. So I also added some of these purple shimmer gems. So they're purple, and then there's the Blackberry Bliss, which is what I used, and I used the Blackberry Bliss paper. One of my favorite colors, Blackberry Bliss. So I hope they never retire that. So let's get started with the next card that we're going to make. We're going to use new product from online exclusives, from the new mini, and from Celebration. So lots of new different products. So I am using the paper I'll be picking from. This is the Bloom Impressions. So this is a celebration item, and you can get this starting January and February, starting January 7th, for free with a $60 order. Isn't it pretty? You know me, I love flowers, so that is what we're using. And then we will also be using the glimmer, pastel ombre glimmer paper, and this is an online exclusive starting January 7th, and it's nice. So it has the ombre, and I think it's really pretty. So you get two of each, and you'll see that I already cut down one. This is the one I cut down. Very pretty. And then we are using the stamp and dies from the beautiful butterflies. So we're using the sentiment, and then I'm adding some butterflies that I cut out of the ombre paper. So this actually has two sheets. It's stuck because of the tape. I really need to do something different with this. I need to get them on the magnets. So I'm using this frame for the happy birthday, and then look at how beautiful this is. And then I cut some of these, and it's nice. You get two of each, and you get two of each of the bodies. So, and then there's also a hybrid embossing folder that goes with this, which I love. So you can use it with this big butterfly to emboss it, and I believe this butterfly will also work with this one. So you can create a whole background, and then you could also die cut the pieces. So let's put all of this away. I'll put it to the side. I'll put it away later. Hopefully I don't lose anything. So that comes in a suite, and it also comes with this paper, which I did not use, but I think it's pretty, and I think it'll be great to do some die cutting with the butterflies. So it's just this, what is it called? It's the beautiful bokeh. Am I saying that right? B-O-K-E-H? I should learn the terms, right? Isn't that pretty? I love it. So I think this would be pretty as a background or for die cutting your butterflies. And then there's also these sequins. So that big butterfly would be great for a shaker card. So there's sequins, and then there's these little, they're kind of flat on the back, little gems. I think we might use these today. But then there's all these different sequins. So I don't know if there was a ribbon with that, but that's what I brought out. So that's good enough for now. Let's get started on our card. Let me get the pieces out. I've already done some cutting, but I'll give you the instructions. And then the instructions will also have the measurements and the instructions with pictures. There's a PDF you can download. It's called a project sheet. And there's a link right below this video where you can get that. You can go shopping in my online store. You subscribe to my email list, and I'll send you this calendar each month with some inspirational things. Some I do, some are just for you to get inspired. And let's get started. So the paper I chose, let me just pull it out because I cut it in strips. You'll see the colors here. So I decided I would use this and then the green. So I cut this. These are 3 by 1/2 strips. So these are the two I decided to pull out the green. And this is a Shy Shamrock color. And so that's what these strips are. So I used 6 of them. Each strip is 3 by 1/2. And then there's 6 of these green strips, also 3 by 1/2. And then I have my label that I cut out with those dies. I have a piece of 2 by 5 white, and then a piece of 2 1/8 by 5 1/8 Blackberry Bliss. Now, if you wanted to go all the way top to bottom with this, you can make it 5 1/4, and then make, so this would be 5 1/4, and this would be 5 1/8, if you wanted to do it that way. I saw a lot of cards that way. And then I have my butterflies and their bodies, which I cut. So I used the shimmer paper or glimmer paper, whatever it was, that ombre paper. And then this is Blackberry Bliss. And I have a Shy Shamrock card base, and then a white inside layer. And then this is the front layer. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is mark up this white sheet, and again, this is 2 by 5, and we're going to mark it at every 1/2 inch on both sides. I had to stop for a minute. It snowed last night, so they're plowing. I may stop it again if he comes by again. So the first thing I want to do is mark this on both sides with a pencil. Now I watched a lot of videos on this. Again, I don't know who to give credit to, because there's a lot of videos out there, and people did it different ways. Some people marked it every inch, and they made it, they made this go down more, but I like this look. I feel like that was too spread apart. I also saw someone who used their trimmer, and they scored right across, and I guess you don't see the score line, but I was a little bit concerned about that. So I decided to do the marking way. So we're going to mark it. I have it, it's 5 inches, and we're going to mark it every 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to put a little like tick mark every 1/2 inch. And this is going to guide us on where to lay the strips. So I have that side, and then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to just mark it every 1/2 inch, and then you can erase these if they show through. Okay, so now we have this page, or this piece done, and then we're going to lay down our strips, and you're going to lay all of one, and then you're going to lay the other. And the key is the one that looks like the back of the ribbon is what you put down first, and then kind of the front pattern goes after. So I want my front pattern to be the flowers. So I'm going to do all my greens. I'll lay them down, and then I'll come back and add the other ones going the other way. Now these are longer, so we're going to, you know, trim them off. I'm just trying to see which way. So what I did, you know me, I love my Tombow. Lately I've been using Seal Plus, and I do love this, so I may start using it more often. So, and actually I'm going to use my silicone mat to put this on, because it's going to hang over and it's going to have glue on it. So I don't want to get glue on my paper and get it all stuck. You don't have to go end to end. And what you're going to do is you're going to go from this to this. So we're going to go just below this to just below this, kind of on top of it. Okay. And then we're just going to add all of these down. So we're going to skip one, or we're going to kind of go on the next one. And this just helps you could probably eyeball this, but to me, it would never be straight. So this helps you get your pieces in the right place. And anything that doesn't get covered, you can erase. Okay. So I hope everybody had a nice Christmas, and if you celebrate Hanukkah, I guess that is still going on. I had a lovely time with my kids and my grandkids. Although the other morning, I woke up to no hot water. When I got up to take Bailey out for a walk, it was -4 degrees out. And I thought, oh my goodness. He is not, I told you, he's a Florida dog, so he's not a happy camper with this. Let me just get this right. I'm talking and not paying attention. I mean, I took him out and he sat down and wouldn't move. I may put one up here too. Should I put one up there? I think I will. So I turned on my hot water and it kind of came on, and then it just trickled. It didn't come on full. So there's a pipe. My next door neighbor, so I'm in a townhouse, and my next door neighbor, who we share a wall, she had the same thing. So I had a plumber come, she had a plumber come, and they basically heated us up. And I let my water trickle last night. So let me just pay attention to what I'm doing here while I'm talking. So now we want to go from this point to, we're going to go to the top, and we're going to cut off the excess, so don't worry about that. So we're just going to keep going down. It's going to look like a mess, but I promise the end result will be beautiful. So we're going to go from this point here to where this one is. Okay, and if there is a direction, like on this one, I tried to, they're not really directional. I don't know. This is an all over pattern. This is an all over pattern. If it's directional, you want to make sure you know which way you're going to put this way or this way, or it doesn't matter. You can, but just make sure they're all in the same direction, I guess is the point. And then you can figure it out. So anyway, the pipes warmed up, and in the end, I got my water probably in the afternoon, which was fine. And then last night I let it just trickle down. So this morning everything was fine, but it was 10 degrees this morning, so it wasn't as cold. Still very cold. And so the builder, because this is a new townhouses and the builders are still here, they're going to come and check to see between our walls if there needs to be some additional, what am I thinking of? Some additional insulation put down. All right. I don't know if we need to go any further. I think this is good. So now we're going to turn this over and take our snips and cut off all this excess. So there's glue all on the back of this, so it is a little bit sticky, but it's okay. It'll stick to your scissors. There's Bailey. There's people shoveling. There's all kinds of things going on out there. If he keeps going, I'll stop and pick up again. So we're just going to cut this all off. So my next door neighbor did my nails. I don't know if you follow me. You've never seen me with nail polish on, ever. I had an engagement party to go to, so she put on those Color Street nails. Very quick. So she did a good job. It was a nice party. It was mostly family, so it was nice. It's my nephew is getting married. So isn't that pretty? So pretty. And you can decide which way you want it to go. I feel like there's this little edge here that I may just trim off. What do you think? Can you see it? It won't matter. So let me put this in the garbage. And I think I will just trim that off. It won't be obvious. It's such a tiny little bit. Okay. You don't have to do that. And then we'll put this on here. There's the magic, right? Isn't that beautiful? So it just looks like a ribbon, and you can put it this way or you can put it this way, whichever way you want. And make sure everything's glued down nicely, in case you didn't get glue on the edges or something. So which way? I think I'm going to do it this way. I like the top is full. So that is going to sit on this, which is going to sit on this. Okay, so let's put all of this down on the card base, and then we can do our sentiment. But isn't it easy? And this is a great way to use up your scraps. I mean, 1/2 inch by 3 is pretty small. So if you have a bunch of scraps laying around, I think it's good to have kind of a dark for the back, and then a excuse me, a like floral or pattern or something for the front. But you can do, you know, dark and light, white, and or just you don't even have to use a pattern paper. So I'm going to put this down with just a border around the top and the sides. And then we'll just keep, I'm going to put this down with my, I'm really not liking how the glue is showing through sometimes. Even with the little dot, I feel like it's showing through for me. Okay, and then I thought I would do a sentiment. This seems a little long. I think I'm going to change this up. I wasn't sure how this was going to look. So I wanted to put the happy birthday, but I feel like this is long. So let me change this up. Okay, so I went back to the nested dies, and I picked these two. And I know my happy birthday is too big, so we're going to break it in two. So I have this all mounted, and I know it's going to be too big to go across, so I'm going to use birthday and then happy. And the way I do that, let me get my ink pad. I'll use Blackberry Bliss again on this one. And what I'll do is I'm taking masking tape. You could use Post-it tape. You can use a Post-it note, whatever that's not too sticky. And I'm going to do cover happy, because I like to do the long word first, or the bottom word. And I'll just ink this up. The most important thing is that you take this tape off. Otherwise you'll get the ink that went on the tape. There, let's see. I feel like I'm all crooked here. And then we're going to put birthday here. Okay, and then we want to clean this off. I use a chamois to clean it. And we're going to do the same thing, only we're going to cover the word birthday. Wow, I hear ice falling. There's all kinds of things going on here. So now I'm going to cover birthday and just expose happy. See, now if I don't take this off, all of this ink will be on it. All right. And let's do the happy. So now I can center it above the birthday. All right. Phew, it worked. Okay, now let's just close this up for a minute. We can attach this. And this is the Seal Plus. There's regular seal too. But I like the Seal Plus because it breaks. It's all little strips. And it's very strong. The only thing is it's so strong, if you make a mistake, you can't move it like you can do with the liquid glue. So I've been going back and forth with liquid glue and that. So this is going to sit here, and I do see some pencil marks, so I'm going to erase them before I go any further. Is there any more? I feel like this is something, I don't know. A little something there. That's okay. All right, so now we'll put this down, and I want to, so here's where I'll use the liquid glue. I want to attach the bodies, and I don't know if I want to have a third butterfly or just two. I know you're supposed to do things in threes, but I feel like that might be a little too much. So I'm going to just adhere this. See where we want it. And you can use black for the body. I just thought the Blackberry Bliss would be nice. I think that's good. I think 2 is good. I don't want to cover this. So we're going to go with 2. So let's put this down with, and I'm sorry about my dog. There's just a lot of activity going on out there. Everybody's out cleaning off their cars and shoveling and just a lot going on. So just excuse me. If he continues, I'll turn it off. So let's put this down, and then we'll put our butterflies down, and then I may put some of those sequin things down. We'll just put this right here. This is a little bit higher, but it's not that bad. So I'm just going to put glue here so that the wings can flutter a little bit, and I'll cover up whatever that was down there. And we'll put this right here. Okay, and now with these things, we need to, where did I put them? We need to put glue down because they're not sticky. Let me find them. Where did I put them? Here they are. I piled things up. So I'm going to just shake a few in here. See if I can get some of these. This is what I want, these pieces. Although that one is round. There's all kinds of things in here. What I'm looking for are these. So we put one here. I've got a few of them. Oops. Okay. I think that's good. All right, so let me dump these back in because I'll probably hit them with my arm and they'll be all over. I've got one stray here. Okay. So these are itty bitty bokeh mix. Very pretty. So what I'll do is I'll use my take your pick tool, and I'm just going to pick this up, put a little dot of glue, and put it down. And sometimes you gotta get it to unstick there. So pick this up, little glue dot, put it down, and one more, and then we'll just decorate the inside. Isn't this pretty pretty look? Okay, this has the paddle and the point. I usually use the point. Okay, we're just about done. So now we want to do the inside layer, and I thought I would use the Time to Celebrate. I thought that was pretty, and maybe we should stamp a butterfly. I was going to put the paper on the bottom like I did with this. I could actually die cut more butterflies, but maybe I'll stamp it. Let's see. Well, I have the Time to Celebrate out, so let's do that in the Blackberry Bliss and think about what we're going to do here. Should I put paper, or should I stamp, or should I cut more butterflies? I wish we were live because then you could tell me. So Time to Celebrate. And I'm thinking maybe this butterfly. What do you think? Get it mounted. I don't like it going that way. I like it going this way. But that's where you write the name. Let me get my black ink. I guess I'll do it there. Then I can color it. What do you think? Let me get some blends and color it. So the colors in this paper, there's all kinds of colors here. Azure Afternoon, Blackberry Bliss, Blueberry Bushel, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pumpkin Pie, and Shy Shamrock. So let me get some markers. Okay, so I have my blends. I have Petunia Pop and Peach Pie. And I think I am going to start with light Petunia Pop. And just kind of do these little pieces here. All right, we're going on the fly here. And then let's do the light Peach Pie. That's dark. Let's see, light. So these are our stamping blends, and they come in 2 shades, the light and the dark. But you can also layer them, which is really nice. I probably could have done this differently. But good enough, right? For on the fly. I think whatever you do, it turns out nice. Okay. There is no peach pie in this. It does have the Petunia Pop though. So maybe that's a little peach pie. I think it's good. I'm wondering if we should put a strip on the bottom. I know this is too short, but just for just for looks. What do you think? Too much? Let's put it on. Let me cut another strip. So I've got my strip out left over, and I'm going to cut it down to 1/4 of an inch or 3/4 of an inch by 4. Okay, and then we're done. Sorry, we're just I'm figuring it out as I go. Do you do that? It's you know, the one card I make ahead of time, but the second card I really don't know until I'm putting it together what it's going to look like. So I like to give you different options. So the Stampin' Blends do go through, so if you make a mistake, you kind of can't reuse that, just so you know. But I love coloring with them. They're amazing. Okay, I think this is good because it pulls in this color with this on the inside. Okay, I think we are done. So twisted ribbon technique. I hope you give it a try, and look for my new calendar. Will come out next week, and I hope everybody has a happy new year. We're already in New Year's. It'll be 2025 that we'll all have a hard time with, right? Thanks so much, and take care. I'll see you next week.